Okay. Hi, US people. I am Chinghiz together with you. Today, February 10th, 2024. Out in quality, as usual. Can see and listen. So here it is. Full under control and despite. So all of them changes life. And we come to level in ongoing genocide in Gaza, committed and continue committing by Israel Human Animals Authority, Israel Authority of Human Animals. They use these words against entire Palestinian people, entire Gaza. But we, by fact check, seeing televised forum, they exactly it is acting as human animals, not as humans. It is Netanyahu, Herzog, Gallant, and etc. Smotrich, Ben-Gvir, and their supporters in the United States, Biden administration, Blinken, Sullivan, Britain, Sunak, Monak, Germany, Scholz, Merz, etc. This level means genocide in steroids. Will happen. I'm talking about last refugee camp in last city of Gaza, which not yet was attacked massively by Israel terrorist government of apartheid regime, and there are 1.4 million people in one city, very small, they are very crowded, overpopulated area. These people come to Rafah camp, starting from North Gaza, ethnic cleansing by genocide, Gaza territories by Netanyahu, Biden, and Sunak, Scholz. The absolute majority of them, this 1.4 million refugees in Rafah, after absolute majority of them, 4 times replaced their children, women, and a very severe attack which killed already coming to 30,000. Already there are 13,000 killed children. How many under Rabbe? Approximately we can say. And there are also humanitarian aid blockade, food, medicine, starvation means intentionally used by this Israel terrorist government, and co means Biden, Sunak, Scholz authorities mainly. And each time when they was attacked, Israel said them, go to safe zone. They was removed from North Gaza to Central Gaza to Khan Yunis, etc. Each time Israel called them go there because they are safe zone, but the safe zone very shortly after, even during evacuation to this area, Israel started kill them, bombing them. And this last safe zone in Gaza, Rafah city. And same tactic used by Israel authorities. Why this happening? We all know exactly already undeniably. This genocide and they aim at ethnic cleansing, remove all Palestinians from Gaza. Finally, annex Gaza, start their resettlement, rebuilding, means big Israel, part of big Israel plan. For that reason, they use this tactic starting from north part of Gaza Strip. International Court of Justice provisional measures, temporary orders, because urgency of situation and their plausible genocides. And this World Court give Israel 30 days for comply and stop all this attack against civilians immediately. Military attack, stop blockade any humanitarian aid, etc. Israel did exactly opposite, 180 degrees opposite. Miss George Orwell style, start, act. Miss George Orwell, when we call it Orwellian, means his book where white is black, black is white, yes. Slavery is freedom, war is peace, and genocide is good. Okay, this is Orwell, Orwellian. I will read. Netanyahu ordered attack Rafah. But before that, here good tweet from Itai Epstein. Before read that, I will show you video. Today, Chinghiz Live, I plan to start with this video. Approximately more than 9 minutes long. They are televised genocide about. This video commenting is covered by Sarah Abu Shar, Sarah Abu Shar, and she tweeted before this video. More than 100 days and 75 years of genocide. A person's stance on Palestine says everything about their moral compass. You are for or against genocide, for or against ethnic cleansing, for or against violent illegal occupation, inhuman siege, and vicious apartheid. There is no middle ground. Palestine is fighting for all of our humanity and for the world's justice. And very important video. Please join and watch. No look away.
days and 75 years. More than 100 days and 75 years. 100 days of the highest rate of civilians slaughtered in the 21st century. Israel killing more than 10,000 children in what UNICEF has called a graveyard of children. 100 days of dropping 2,000-pound bombs hundreds of times on the very spaces families were crammed to seek shelter, murdering them in an ever-shrinking killing cage in sheer cruelty and deliberate destruction of life. 100 days of burning children's flesh down to the bone with illegal white phosphorus, of destroying 400,000 homes to rubble and forcibly displacing 2 million people, 90% of the population, of bombing 320 schools so children in Gaza have no access to an education, ensuring lost generations, of destroying the healthcare system and decimating nearly every hospital, bombing them with patients in them and systematically targeting 637 doctors and healthcare professionals, an entire class of medicine, while injuring 60,000 so that they succumb to their wounds and die slow, painful deaths. Not enough to massacre them in their homes, but to massacre them in their hospital beds. 100 days of bombing bakeries and purposely burning food while denying aid trucks in, so an entire civilian population of 2.3 million is mass starved. 80% of those starving in the world in Gaza, 9 out of 10 people in Gaza sleeping without eating, with Israel using starvation as a weapon of genocide on 1 million children. 100 days of killing more than 100 journalists, the highest number of journalists murdered in history. Destroying 169 press offices while banning uncensored foreign journalists in so no one can report the truth from Gaza. 100 days of Israel cutting off telecom and internet services while it burns entire communities alive, killing families in the dark. Only 6 ambulances left to save a population of 2.3 million. 100 days of destroying the world's oldest churches, mosques, universities, historical archives to erase a people's culture and their history. 100 days of target assassinations of Gaza's best and brightest, its leading poets and civic activists, its preeminent scholars and scientists, its leading public intellectuals, to kill any prospect of a people's future. 100 days of erasing 1,400 multi-generational families from civil registries, grandparents, parents, children and babies, sniping at women sheltering in churches, pulverizing cemeteries, raising caskets, desecrating the living and the dead, executing children, holding white flags in cold blood in front of their parents and parents in front of their children, field executions of innocent civilians, stripping them, thrusting their bodies on top of one another like cattle, sexually assaulting the elderly, the disabled, men, women, and children, burning their bodies with lighters, electrocuting them, crushing their bones. 100 days of forcing thousands of mothers to undergo C-sections without anesthetics, to torture the living to death. 100 days of blowing limbs off 9,000 children, and cruelly forcing thousands to undergo amputations without anesthetics. 100 days of orphaning 25,000, creating a generation of traumatized children without parents, 100 days of collapsing neighborhoods on families' heads in their sleep. As they shelter in UN schools after being forcibly displaced from their homes, children's bodies crushed beneath rubble, soldiers laughing and filming themselves as they press the button to wipe out entire blocks on children's heads as though human lives are a game that they play. The sadism and sense of impunity and hatred for innocent life. Knowing no likeness in our lifetime. 100 days of them telling the world what they are doing in horrifying language, followed by action at the highest levels and across society. Language that we heard in the worst horrors of human history. Speaking of annihilating a people and of human animals. And that is why the world is marching with Palestine. Because it's impossible to know the truth as a human being of conscience and to uphold this for human life. 100 days of the first genocide in history, where its victims broadcasting their own destruction in real time, and the desperate, so far vain hope that the world might do something. This can never be self-defense. Nothing can justify this. This is genocide on a population that's been subjected to 75 years of annihilation, of ethnic cleansing and vicious apartheid on their land in Gaza and in the West Bank, and Nakba that has never ended. 56 years of brutal, illegal occupation and violent oppression, of 17 years of a deadly siege in the world's largest concentration camp, of people denied their right to exist for the past 75 years, denied their right to live in dignity and in freedom, of people persecuted for decades, massacred in the thousands, held hostage in the thousands before October 7th, and every day after October 7th, tortured in indefinite military detention without trial or charge, including thousands of children suffering pogroms of their villages, the destruction of their homes and schools, the uprooting of their olive trees and their history and their families and their livelihoods, the robbing of their lives and of their fundamental human rights without any recourse in law, generation after generation, a people caged behind barbed wires and towering walls for 17 years in the most inhumane and densely populated place on earth, without freedom of movement, kept on a caloric diet, denied life-saving cancer care, and constantly bombarded in periodic extermination campaigns, official policy called mowing the lawn. Now, and for 75 years, undergoing the deliberate destruction of their life. 100 days and 75 years, and all the world's injustices in this. And that is why this has become the world's cause, because it kills law and human rights and the very precepts of morality. What Israel has committed on Palestinian life for 8 decades. And to every person with a conscience, reckon with your morality, reckon with your humanity, reckon with the truth that the people of Palestine have sacrificed their lives for the world to see. Rise up for what's right. This is the greatest atrocity of our time. History teaches us that persecution and oppression never survive. Oppression is not a sustainable human condition. Freedom is inevitable. It's impossible to uphold this. It goes against the very precepts of morality and humanity to continue what's been allowed for Palestinian life. And for those of us who know and learn the truth, who have marched and protested, do not despair, however dark and horrific the time. The Palestinian cause is a just cause and a human cause, and it will prevail. We owe it to those who have paid the ultimate price with their lives for our collective freedom to keep pushing, to pay it forward in whatever ways we can, to carry the torch of justice and to bend that arc of justice toward freedom with full force and conviction, because none of us is free until all of us are free, and that universal message of never again may not grow hollow but hold value for every human life. Stop the genocide, end the illegal occupation, end the inhumane siege, dismantle apartheid, free Palestine, and free Palestine.
All you see in this video, these all dogs, and only small one. But entire this video show what means televised genocide. You're witnessing televised genocide. And this genocide ongoing. In addition to this video, several days ago we all listened InfoWars, Red Crescent, Agent. The Palestinian Red Crescent ambulance was found bombed in the Tal al-Haba area in Gaza City, and the crew, Yusef Zaino and Ahmed al-Mathoun, were martyred after the traces were lost during the mission to rescue their little girl, 6-year-old Hind Rajab, 12 days ago. And here, how she, 6-year-old girl, called it Red Crescent and asking for help. Listen. Quote, I'm scared, come take me, end of quote. 6-year-old Hind was killed by Israeli soldiers feeling cold, hungry, and terrified. Today, the Red Crescent announced that it found the burnt remains of the dead bodies of Hind and 2 paramedics who went to help her after 12 days of appeals. This was their last call between Hind and the Red Crescent. And here, she, 6-year-old Hind, and these 2 paramedics. And here, this call recorded.
ادي اخدك حبيبتي ما انا يا حبيبتي رح اجي اخذك هلا عمو من الهلال عماله عم بنصك عشان احنا نقدر نيجي ناخذك حواليكي في ضرب رصاص خديني يا حبيبتي والله بدي اخذك بس مش بايدي هلا
She asking for help again.
ادي اخذك حبيبتي ما انا يا حبيبتي رح اجي اخذك هلا عمو من الهلال عماله عم بنصك عشان احنا نقدر نيجي ناخذك حواليكي في ضرب رصاص خديني يا حبيبتي والله بدي اخذك بس مش بايدي هلا
They all killed by tank shell likely, or by drone attack intentionally. Genocide is genocide. And now Rafah, There will happen genocide in steroids. Will. Because these human animals decided to attack Rafah using same tactic from start. When they start cleansing northern of Gaza Strip and continuation of that. And now last camp. And treat Itay Epstein. Breaking. Israel Netanyahu confirms operational plans to forcibly transfer and possibly deport 1.4, 1.3 million Palestinians coerced to Rafah at Gaza, most southern end. An operational plan conceived as I had argued 4 months ago. And here order from this human animals Netanyahu are not worried and continue. Tweet from Itay Epstein. Israel's former national security advisor and close confidant of the Netanyahu, Meir Ben Shabbat, has laid out the options, leading Israel down the path of a war of aggression, a gross violation of international law. On 13 October already, let's recall. And this human animals. The Shabbat at Netanyahu, out of this plan, genocide by ethnic cleansing. Itay Epstein, the directive to deport 2.4 million Palestinians out of occupied Gaza and onto Egypt and beyond has been officially endorsed by Israel's Minister of Intelligence on 13 October, Ben Shabbat being the author. Ben Shabbat is condom. Israel Minister of Intelligence Deportation Directive outlined the 4 stages. 1. A call on Palestinian civilians to vacate North Gaza and allow for land operations. Second, sequential land operation from North to South Gaza. Third, leaving roads open across Rafah to Egypt. Fourth, establishing, quote, tent cities, end of quote, in northern Sinai and the construction of cities to resettle Palestinians in Egypt. Stage 3 is operationalized at present now and may very well lead to stage 4, means forcing them into Egypt, northern Sinai, and etc. Itay Epstein continued. The plan must be seen in light of Israel's war of debilitation against Gaza, amounting to the crime of aggression. And this tweet about the plan must be seen in light of Israel's war of debilitation against Gaza, amounting to the crime of aggression. He tweeted from his Egyptian tweet day earlier, February 8. This tweet from February 9. February 8. Israel offensive in Gaza amounts to a war of debilitation characterized by the unlawful intent and attempt to bring the complete destruction and disintegration of all public life and institutions. And Itay Epstein continue. his tweet. The grave breaches and serious violation of international law that would come from the operationalization of Israeli Rafah plan are clear. This tweet replied to his tweet day earlier from February 8 and February 8 tweet. The law is clear, imposing an absolute prohibition of the deportation of occupied people, such as Palestinians in Gaza, and Israel will not be able to preclude the wrongfulness of such acts or the attempt to annex Gaza in the aftermath amounting to a crime of aggression. And here, today's cover photo of Chinghiz wife, international law, the Geneva Convention, the Liber Code 1863, Article 23, Fourth Geneva Convention, Article 49, and Additional Protocol 2, Article 17.1. And here clearly saying all that very serious what Israel did and continue to do in Rafah case too, very serious violation of international law falling under genocide convention and other and violate breaking other international seriously violating other international laws. Means genocide is genocide and ethnic cleansing is ethnic cleansing. Okay. Other short video, but addition to this video, what we watch it. Nur Naim, heartbreaking. The young man, quote, he kisses his mother's hand while she is trapped under the rubble after being killed by an Israeli missile strike on their home. The sound of his screams. Again, televised genocide. Salman, American actor John Cusack was chosen as anti-Semite of the week by Stop Anti-Semitism USA for his public expression of his pro-Palestinian views. The actor said in his words, quote, I pity those bastards who think I care about my future projects in Hollywood while committing genocide in Gaza. We reject the lie that the security of one country depends on the destruction of another people. Oh my God, whoever does not want a ceasefire has no soul. We cannot stop until these attacks stop. Staying silent is the most shameful thing I can imagine, continued John Cusack. The immorality of the West's position is unparalleled, and words are insufficient to express it. Imagine that October 7 Hamas attack means lasted for 115 days. And John Cusack continued. John Cusack. This was target sensitive. It's English calling for peace. What language do you Twitter speak? Twitter I also witnessing most of tweet from John Cusack uh, target as sensitive, but they are nothing sensitive. For example, John Cusack. This tweet also target sensitive. John Cusack. Stop the killing. Everything else of any value comes after that. Ceasefire now. For Palestine, for Israel, for the wounded and dead, for those dying now in Gaza, for the starving people, for the hostages yet to be released, to stop the rising tide of racism. We do not accept the lie that any country's security and safety must depend on the extermination of another people. John Cusack. Very sensitive, very, very sensitive. Ha? Putlers, apizdevshaya jopa, Mandaloshka, Elon Musk. This tweet from John Cusack, very, very sensitive. You condone that, period. Elon Musk. This tweet. I'm sorry, seconds. Continue to. Maybe this tweet was. Yeah. Yes, okay. Okay. About South Africa. Important point. What now? What we can do? Israel decides even commit genocide in steroid, and they will do that by fully backing, but already as we're seeing Biden administration, and same will do coalition of country genocide states, coalition state of genocide. Okay, the same tactic use in this period. This last, as Itay Epstein tweet also said, their goal that genocide with ethnic cleansing and take land. Until today, United States, genocide Joe Biden, human animals, Blinken, Sullivan, McCork, and they same in bipartisan Congress of United States, Johnson, Schumer, human animals. Televised forum committing genocide by fully supporting, by any cost, fully supporting this televised genocide. Same Britain, King Charles, royal family, Sunak, Starmer, they are so-called opposition, but same picture. In the United States, bipartisan Congress. In Britain, bipartisan parliament. In Germany, bipartisan Bundestag. This all because Rothschild and Co. pushing button. And all they intentionally, knowingly, fully, by any cost, supporting, aiding, financing, arming, ongoing genocide in Gaza. Period. Fact check. Which tactic they now try use? Joe Biden, previously we know already 1 month. Oh, I very tired. Netanyahu, oh, no, listen me. Same time, even by avoiding Congress, sending huge scale of tank shells, missiles, bombs, 2,000-pound bombs to same time to Israel. When Israel fully was in televised genocide, Israel authority in Gaza. At the same time, Joe Biden, Blinken, retired, Netanyahu, tactic. Now, which one? They will come both as this over top bid, this should be stop bid, this over top bid should be stop bid. This Biden, Blinken, Sullivan, Sunak, Scholz, in practice, continue all these full support of ongoing genocide by those who now blah about over top bit, mock bit. They will use this tactic. They are not will action, not will serious action for stop Israel, which we can easily all together, all, including Western countries, for until today supported Israel genocide, including cutting funds to UNRWA, even there no was any evidence of the few employees was participated in Hamas attack. There's no confirmed verified. Even so, you can't cut fund to UNRWA, which own organization there, and this blatantly, this, genocide, okay, fully participation on this genocide, even without evidence. Coalition of countries, more than 10 countries, including Australia, Canada, others, Austria, called. Hey, we can't, we decided cut funding UNRWA, which only organization who feeding these starving people. Million there, more than million. Totally more than 2 million. The Joe Biden, Blinken, Sullivan, Sunak, Scholz. One of Scholz officials said, their children, when already more than 13,000 killed, and today video you also see what means ongoing genocide. These children, they will grow and will come to Hamas, will attack Israel, means that. And they should be killed. Short official. Means German official. There was tweet. There his name have Germany. One of leading country of European Union. Children killed 13,000. This is good and should be continued killing. Means openly call it for genocide. And in this point, what they can do, blah, blah, will, no serious action for stop Netanyahu. No way that not will happen. But if can, you can immediately stop Israel. Israel, what? Palestinian without arm there, we can say. So small quantity and simple have, only simple weapons have for protect their land. They not have heavy weapon, not have others, artillery, these powerful rockets, missiles. Small. And commit genocide against them. This video, today's video, which I show by Sarah Abushar, they show 75 years. This core. Why this happening? This televised genocide, why happening? By fully support of Western countries. Israel can't do that. But today, Western countries already finally shall stop Israel. Finally. Including reverse and start fund UNRWA. Immediately without delay. There's no question should be. You fail it, you're wrong. Start, reverse your decision and start, resume your funding of UNRWA. These two. If not, and I think not will, blah, blah, and some weak measures may be, which not will affect in any form Israel operation for genocide and ethnic cleansing of Gaza. They can, for full you, Earth people and American people, election year, November election, for full you, They against. How you against when you fully support and you today even until today when Israel terrorist authority decided attack Rafah camp, United States did nothing to stop that. They complicit in this genocide. And South Africa, Min Press News. South Africa to take the United States and Britain to the International Court of Justice. The South African legal team, led by Wikus van Rensenburg, is preparing to bring a case against the United States and the United Kingdom, Britain means, alleging complicity in Israeli forces' war crimes in Palestine. South African lawyers to file case accusing United States and Britain of complicity in Israeli war crimes. Very important, South Africa, do that. And also about the 30 days which given to Israel by International Court of Justice for comply. We've seen how Israel complying, doing opposite. Of course, I already said that. But how they using the 30 day? Huh? This 30 day will come in February 25th, okay? Today, February 10th. Already in 15 days, they did what they did, increase their genocide, war crimes, genocide, starvation, block it even humanitarian aid, etc. And now coming to last come where crowded people, approximately 1.4 million, and start use same tactic which they use it in northern Gaza, in Khan Yunis, etc. It's genocide. In 15 days they did that. What they will do in another 15 days, which remain, and International Court of Justice, what they shall do, I think South Africa should go there urgently, take additional urgently order by International Court of Justice. Very needed, additional orders against Israel for stop this televised genocide. This should happen. And South Africa, if needed, judiciary procedure that, my English. South Africa should, without delay, start to that. Go and ask additional orders from International Court of Justice. Without delay, this urgency. There will hearing in February 2019, I think 1920, about occupied territory, including Eastern Jerusalem. This is different. This is other case. Based on United Nations General Assembly decision for ask from International Court of Justice about what Israel they are doing. What this? Of course, this genocide, ethnic cleansing, etc. And also about international law, how this evil, satanic evil, violation of these laws means, how this satanic evil. International law very clear, but implementation of the international law by concrete countries, particular coalition of state of genocide, satanic evil. Good News Network. South African Minister of International Relations, Naledi Pandor, reveals that she has not received a response from International Criminal Court. Means again, South African Minister of International Relations, Naledi Pandor, reveals that she has not received a response from International Criminal Court Chief Prosecutor Karim Khan regarding her inquiry about why an arrest warrant was issued against Russian President Vladimir Putin, Putler means, but very rightfully was this issued arrest warrant against Putler, but not for Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu over Israeli war crimes in Gaza. Huh? Naledi Pandor very correctly show how these countries, this is not a double standard. Double standard, not enough words for that. We're talking about what they are happening, televised genocide, and how we shall stop that. But International Criminal Court Chief Prosecutor fully paralyzed. Paralyzed, nothing, doing nothing. But in Ukraine case, very rightfully, they was acting, including they issued arrest warrant against this Putler, Hitler nowadays, coalition of this televised genocide team. Look, Mehdi Hassan, heartbreaking, powerful, important. Don't look away. He tweeting, replying that to tweet from led by donkeys, profile name by donkeys. Israel has killed over 11,500 Palestinians, now more, approximately 13,000 now, children in Gaza and the West Bank since October 7th, when 36 Israeli children were killed. In October 7th, 36 Israeli children killed. Palestinian children already approximately 13,000. It's impossible to imagine that number. This is what it looks like. A lion 5 kilometers long. And look this video. The 13,000 approximately killing children, the rest. Five kilometers long. of a top bit, not bit. Israeli teacher. Israeli teacher locked up and persecuted for opposing war in Gaza. This man. And look what he's saying.
Here in Israel, for generations, we kill the Palestinians. We injure the Palestinians. We have more than 1,500 Palestinians in administrative detention. We demolish their houses here in Jerusalem. We cut down their olive trees. We confiscate their property, their waters. And most Israelis expect them to accept it. And when they don't accept it, they react in violent way. They blame them, the Palestinians. For most Israelis, we hold millions of Palestinians under occupation for generations. They are deprived their basic rights. And for most Israelis, it can go on forever. Don't get me wrong, I'm not justifying the violence, but this is I think the realistic conclusion. How can we expect the Palestinians to live under occupation forever? Every Israeli citizen knows clearly that if you dare to show the slightest sentiment towards the people of Gaza, if you criticize killing of innocent civilians, including women and children in Gaza, you will be politically persecuted. You will go through public shaming. You will lose your job. And in my case, be put in jail. I wanted as many Israelis to know what is done on their behalf. Most Israelis don't know because the mainstream media doesn't show what really goes on in Gaza, what we are doing in Gaza. They wished me to die. They wished my children to die. They threatened to rape my daughter. That was the kind of reactions that were against. I was called for a hearing on October 18th, and the next day I was fired. The police asked me to come over for an interrogation. The minute I walked into the police station, they cuffed my hands and legs and confiscated my phone. Then, 5 detectives escorted me to my apartment and ransacked the place upside down. They put me in solitary confinement in a cell with no windows. They took away my watch. I didn't know when it was daytime, when it was nighttime. For them, I'm Hamas supporter. They refused to enter the class. And they began a very, very violent demonstration. I was literally under siege inside the teacher's room. Dozens of students were on the windows, knocking the windows, cursing me.
Apartheid state of terrorism, all based on fact check, and is witnesses of that. And also, Arib Uva. The British government refused to give a student visa to a Palestinian student who is a former Chevening scholar. Why? the Home Office would not say. My latest of Amena El-Ashkar and the struggles she faced to do a PhD at the LSE, means for doctorate. Kenneth wrote, the British Home Office refused to grant a visa to a Palestinian refugee, even though she had received a full scholarship to study for a doctorate at the London School of Economics. It claimed a visa would, quote, harm the public interest, end of quote. No further explanation. And she and another, Usama Magdisi, War on Gaza. German Research Institute sacks professor over criticism of Israel. German Research Institute sacked professor over criticism of Israel. This Gaston Hage. Gaston Hage. This Hanno Hohenstein. How Germany lost the plot, the X time as a farce. Statement of the Max Planck Society about Professor Gaston Hage. Again, the renowned Lebanese-Australian scholar Gaston Hage, who is highly acclaimed in the scientific community, has been working at the Max Planck Institute for Social Anthropology since April 2023. Recently, he has shared a series of posts on social media expressing views that are incompatible with the core values of the Max Planck Society. In agreement with the Institute, the Max Planck Society has therefore ended its working relationship with Professor Hage. Good. Western countries, civilization, they intentionally participated on this ongoing televised genocide, even punishing Palestinians or show in social media only. They position against genocide. For that, they sacked from their job or banned from enter country. And now, what we shall do? Now, my view, and I think this can work. Therefore, I share it with you as people, particular, I directly calling United Nations General Assembly Act. You have International Court of Justice rule already. You're already witnessing Israel even increase the genocidal attack against Palestinians in Gaza, and now coming to final stage, and they will truly apocalyptic form of genocide, and you can't sit and watch General Assembly of United Nations. You simply can't. Therefore, I call you for urgent meeting. South Africa, other there should take initiative, but this meeting should occur immediately, urgently. There, again, on stage when Israel authority decided attack Rafah camp. And what this means, I said, and especially saying that too. Genocide in steroid. And so when you know that, General Assembly members countries, you can't sit and watch. We shall act. Only our opportunity for stop the genocide. What we shall do? Again, scholars saying, based on international law and norm, urgently meeting by United Nations General Assembly meeting officially, and their decision based on United for Peace resolution exclude Israel from United Nations immediately, as you did against South Africa when there was apartheid regime. You did that already. Do that before your eyes happening, televised genocide. Exclude Israel from United Nations. Allow Palestine state as full member of United Nations. Also, there should be as I already said in previous Chinghiz, there should be arm and trade embargo against Israel. And also, and this main point, and they also, of course, should be boycott product made it in Israel, and also we should boycott it. Corporations, companies who collaborated, aided with Israel, Israel military when they are committing genocide. They are Starbucks, they are Pizza Hut, they are McDonald's, they are there. Means boycott and sanctions should occur worldwide, globally. And finally, on this main point, we should establish military force under the United Nations flag. This military force we shall send to Gaza to border with Israel. Also, in process, this military force under United Nations flag should come to West Bank border, Palestine border with Israel. We are not planning attack Israel territory. We decided protect Palestine territory, Palestine people, for stop the genocide and further for protect this country as sovereign country, and they right for self-determination, and decided help this country on the decision self-determination for creating sovereign, independent sovereign state. This is crucial. But this military force should occur now. Not afraid, we shall act. We shall change the situation. United States, their ally, doing anything and using their playbook, and they will occur genocide and ethnic cleansing. Again, we can't sit and watch. We shall intervene. This not means war. This means United Nations under the United Nations flag. We're doing that. We shall do that. Also, we should use in this period of time, from start period of time, start dropping humanitarian aid from air, means by Air Force, humanitarian aid. Too, when they block it, humanitarian aid in cross gate, okay, we shall use this opportunity to countries come together, use United for peace resolution for avoid Security Council veto where can be United States and ally veto. But using this resolution, which once already you did in Korea wartime, you avoid United Nations Security Council veto and give creative force under United Nations flag. Mainly there was United States troops, which was invaded Korea into Korea War and stop it, this war. And country come to two parts, North Korea and South Korea. So this is our opportunity, based on International Court of Justice rule order. About additional order by the International Court of Justice, I also said, but we can't sit and wait when this additional order there will come, because as we witnessing, seeing, Israel authority fully backed by Joe Biden authority administration and Britain and Germany, using and will use these days, weeks, for fully genocide and fully ethnic cleansing by genocide. We shall intervene and stop that. Secretary General of United Nations, Antonio Guterres, under your rule as Secretary General, under your watchdog, how this call it, I don't know, but means that. They are advisor on about prevention of genocide, advisor. She even not appear, she even not, no words said, Guterres. What this means? And you also know one time use this word, genocide. When even already International Court of Justice uses these words, they plausible genocide, they are some fact and start position. And they are much more, of course. South Africa application, they are, as International Court of Justice rule in their order, they're falling under this genocide convention. There's plausible genocide. And call Israel stop all that. But Israel increased that, and this obviously come to undeniable form genocide. And we as Secretary General of United Nations even know using this word. This also, I think, unacceptable, Antonio Guterres. Why are you not using that, huh? What all of you problems? You care about your chair when they are genocide. And these women should be fired immediately. Who their job prevent genocide, act for that. Nothing. I call you fire her immediately. Secretary General Antonio Guterres. So what we shall do? Okay, in this time I said, what we shall do that, shall. United Nations General Assembly. Start, do that. No afraid. We're not planning attack Israel. We're planning protect Gaza and West Bank, particularly in start time Gaza. We're planning stop this genocide by using military force under United Nations flag. Implementation of the Genocide Convention and other international law, and also we have International Court of Justice rule orders in this case. We shall intervene for change the situation. And again, I call Western countries, no blah blah, over top. Start act, freeze all aid, all financing and military aid, immediately stop to Israel. United States, Britain, Germany, all immediate stop any military and financial aid to Israel until Israel will stop the genocide. Stop that and use other measures, and also join to this our United Peace Resolution, our military unit under United Nations flag. Join there and protect Gaza, protect West Bank. Your two-state solution. How are you planning to do that? 70 years you blah blah about that, and nothing you did. And you plan continue blah blah, as this Cameron also, we recognize. But in practice, what we plan to do? There should be self-determination of Palestine, and this means two-state solution. Without self-determination, other things, this blah blah, means we decided finally act on two-state solution, but concrete by fully supporting is Palestinian right for self-determination, and we will full support and aid, help on this case to Palestinian people, Palestinian Authority. I say, what we shall do. About climate crisis. Here about Belarus shortly, but devastating. I very good means I was have connection in this forum. One of Belarus opposition leader, now he in prison. Look, listen. Pavel Latushka, now he's in exile, was former minister in Lukashenko, the dictator of Belarus. Government some time, but now in his opposition and exile, he tweeting. Show Mikhail Statkevich. Today it is exactly 1 year since Pavel Latushka tweeting. Show Mikhail Statkevich. Why? What happened? I'm here. Today it is exactly 1 year since one of the leaders of the democratic forces of Belarus, Nikolai Statkevich, has been held in prison incommunicado, without any connection there. Means fully isolated. 1 year already. 1 year. We don't know if political prisoner Nikolai Statkevich is still alive. It is important to impose the strongest possible sanctions on the Lukashenko regime and demand the release of political prisoners prisoners from the refugees, from the regime's jails, And this Nikolai Statkevich photo. He decades of years fighting Lukashenko. Here several of my tweets was stole from my device. That's correct. What several tweets I did here not appear. About one tweet was from Francesca Albanese. She called the situation on Rafah unparalleled, devastating forum, dangerous, which can come, as I call it, that genocide steroid. Another one, this tweet, they are new appointed Secretary General of World Meteorological Organization. Her name Celeste Saúl from Chile. And she, from start, said that new United Nations Weather Agency chief says rate of global warming is speeding up. The new chief of the World Meteorological Organization said the rate of human-caused climate change is accelerating and that warming has triggered more Arctic cold outbreaks further south, weighing in on two issues that divide climate scientists. And this Celeste Saúl. Okay. But which tweet was stolen from my device? Was one I said about Francesca Albanese. Other this. She tweeted saying, and in tweet was that she agreed with James Hansen, climate scientist, who said they are warming accelerating and we're going to 4-5 degrees Celsius, even before 2050. And she accepting that. She confirming, yes, scientist Hansen, right. They are warming accelerating. But this tweet they stole from my device. Two. One about Francesca Albanese, another about this. What they're doing. Israel Mossad helping Ilham Aliyev by high techs. This is not about Pegasus, which well known, mostly in world, used by Ilham Aliyev against his opponents using Pegasus in world. World leader Ilham Aliyev was, who from country leaders worldwide, mostly, more time, used Pegasus. This his name, Ilham Aliyev. Against me, much more high techs, means highest, highest level of high techs, which top secret. And Ilham Aliyev generation banker, which you see in this Sodom Gomorrah, they're using these high techs, intervene to my device, even without internet, and they are operating, yes, removing their tweets or changing was. Now at least 2 tweets will disappear from this device, and I'm saying why. I'm both Putler. Okay. And here about Ilham Aliyev. Look, Azerbaijan choosing as COP another clonada, this good, this symbolic clonada, and these condoms, Ilham Aliyev authority. They clone, they truly, what you seeing? What you witnessing? What in my case also happening, televised forum. Sodom, Gomorrah. Same time, how many of them is orgy. They are generals, Ilham Aliyev generals. They not acting freestyle, direct by Ilham Aliyev order. And what they doing to themselves and their feelings try implement into me, but I have radar, I blocking them. Means they literally doing what you see. Sodom Gomorrah means Sodom Gomorrah. This their lifestyle, İlham Aliyev family lifestyle. Her küçük, İlham Aliyev this küçük, geisha küçük means son. Her wife, infamous Mehriban Aliyeva, Pashayeva, daughters, they generals, colonel generals, or police minister, or former KGB Nadir minister, also colonel general, and others ministries. Sodom, Gomorrah, they directly involved, and before your eyes, they are generals, police and the 3 generals too. What they're doing, you see, their lifestyle, this. They're doing that and try deny that, but already finally confirmed, verified. Who boss? Putin. Who helping? Netanyahu, Mossad, helping Ilham Aliyev. Who behind Sen? Behind them, Putler, Netanyahu, Ilham Aliyev. Ilham Aliyev at Putler. Rothschild and British monarchy family, this royal family. Take that. This televised forum happening before your eyes. And same group, Rothschild and Co., British monarch who ruled the world. And the political establishment, same groups, that means same groups. Before your eyes, another televised forum acting. And this call it undoubtedly, undeniably, genocide in Gaza. Against me this, against you, means in Gaza case this, against Ukrainian this, Putler, again collaborating with them. They're supporting, aiding Putler behind Sen. What's happening? I repeatedly saying that who ruled the world, who they, which system, what truly happened behind Sen, they play book, etc. What about that? And Ilham Aliyev was awarded chair this COP this year COP29 summit, means climate summit. This means he should remain untouchable, and I should remain under the control until election in America, November election. Mean that, center me, no doubt. And also they try use and will use this summit against me, against us, means Earth people, you, who fighting climate crisis fighters too, against them, no doubt. by blackmail, by attack. Oh, oh, for downplay this COP. COP already compromised fully. Petro State shared it. Huh? Already compromised fully. They are nothing about, we can't seriously allow this COP. And one of their goal was that. I'm talking about that. And Ilham Aliyev will act accordingly by their decision. Continue downplay this COP as some summit, climate summit. There should be. There shouldn't be, my English. There shouldn't be. Yeah. Downplaying after that. Means corona that. They will by word blah blah, will fool you, will mislead you, greenwash you, all that. And this country in February 7, today February 10, was their so-called election, presidential election, 7 years term. This election was earlier 1 year earlier, 7 years of Ilham Aliyev term ended next year, but he go to early election for what? Again, I saying you, this is not solely decision with Ilham Aliyev. For still in authority, etc. For that reason. And their election, so-called, I call Azerbaijan people boycott this election. And already I can say I have figures. Here, boycott succeed. Approximately 90% of voters in Azerbaijan refuse vote, means participating in boycott. Approximately 90%, this highest level. But also we have other facts. Carousel, call it carousel, when groups, they are countrywide groups, 10,000, okay, good, by buses from one election station to another. Once by fully these bulletins, including these election station officials, fully. We all have this video structure. We have fully taken hundreds, putting in box. Means they decided this forum. They know this is not first time. Together with Azerbaijan people boycotting election. I called them and they participated. Previous election was boycott and there was percentage 85, means 15% was attended and voted. 85 joined to my boycott. Now 90%, means 10% was attempted. These three figures. And this 10% they shall increase to 60, 70%. How? Carousel, openly. This is all money, of course, but also Azerbaijan dictatorship, tyranny, they're even not any barrier for do such appellation. Countrywide. Only one tweet I will read on this case. IRFS.org. This is Emin Hüseyinov, chair. He tweeting local journalists provide with well-documented evidences of clear violations at the presidential elections in Azerbaijan. Massive carousel voting take place throughout the country. The level of falsification is unprecedented. Three. Confirm it, and their dogs, again, it's all have figures. The 10% they increase it by such operation and can increase into more than 100. Was one president was more than 100. Was that precedent? And you have my election. Yes, 104%. Absurd this flash to show how they act. So, election was boycotted by Azerbaijan people. 90% of voters joined to my call and boycotted this election. Okay? Therefore, we shall call this election illegitimate, of course. We anyway will review in time all these dogs, and of course the authority illegitimate. But now we shall call this election illegitimate because they are boycott. And also massive falsification, other falsification, not only by carousel. And Azerbaijan chaired COP29. Listen. Forbidden stories. The Baku connection. When tainted gold from Azerbaijan, the upcoming host for COP29, ends up in your high-tech products. What do you think Apple, Samsung, Tesla, and Hewlett-Packard have in common other than selling high technologies? They all use Azerbaijani gold to produce your cars, computers, and smartphones. That gold comes from the Gedebek mine in western Azerbaijan, where journalists from Abzas media were arrested for covering the violent police crackdown against local communities. With 40 reporters from 14 other media outlets, we joined forces to push the story on the mine and its potential impact on the environment and residents' health. Potential impact on the environment and residents' health. A tailings pond with cyanide residues, a highly toxic chemical compound used to separate gold from rock, is at the heart of the controversy. Although the government says that it did not represent any danger, they decided to close the mine for months to process water in Soyudulu Lake and air quality analysis at the risk of losing a lot of money. They even choose to abandon the project of a second lake to stop the cyanide mud. They reported they start using sonic weapon. Look how they intervening. This sonic weapon. Yes. Well, I continue reading. The reporting on the mine is particularly sensitive as Azerbaijan prepares to host the COP29 this year. The conference president is none other than Mukhtar Babayev, current Minister of Ecology and former head of the commission that supervised environmental analysis in Soyudulu. From her cell at the pre-trial detention center, in reaction to the news about COP29, Sevinç Vakıfkızı, editor-in-chief of Abzas Media, suggested starting a campaign called dirty money is as dangerous as dirty air. End of quote. It could be a breath of fresh air for democracy, Vakıf Kızı told the consortium through her lawyer Elçin Sadıkov. And here video about what this report, watch, important video, Azerbaijan chaired with COP29, but look how they attacking even elder women, how they beating them, they İlham police, using this pepper spray direct to their face, to elder women. When elder women already fall, they starting beat them. This İlham police. And they are never acting by freestyle. Directly by İlham Aliyev order. And Mehriban Aliyeva, her wife and vice president of Azerbaijan participated on that. That's true. Who they? Against people this, against me this, and you awarded İlham Aliyev by COP29. And Azerbaijan Petra state. Nothing doing for fight climate crisis. Look, this investigative report from Forbidden Stories, which continue job of Abzas Media, entire team in Azerbaijan, in Baku, was which arrested, now in jail.
Ziyaretini öldürenler Abi biz kadınlar niye bu cümle yaşayalım? Bize kim kömür?
Look, this woman, elder woman, okay, and police are attacking by pepper spray direct to her face.
Ziyaretini öldürenler değil mi? Abi biz kadınlar niye bu cümle yaşayalım? Bize kim kömeği neyse? Öldürmekler, baş kesmekler, gol kesmekler, okuruk elemekler. Ne cürüttü?
In June 2023, protests in Azerbaijan were violently crushed. Journalists capturing and publishing footage of these events were arrested, imprisoned, and even threatened with rape. A few months later, Abzas media journalists who had covered these demonstrations were arrested again. To this day, they are still detained. In the meantime, Forbidden Stories took over their investigations to tell the stories they could no longer pursue. This investigation has led us to some of the biggest names in tech and banking.
We're talking about Microsoft, Tesla, and other giants of the tech or the industry. I'm not sure they are aware of what's going on in the mine where they are buying the gold through the refinery.
In northwestern Azerbaijan, amid the mountains of the Lesser Caucasus, the Gerebek gold mine stands as the country's first of its kind. It has been spilling cyanide and other chemical waste into an artificial storage lake, which was constructed 12 years ago. Today, the lake has already reached its maximum volume capacity.
Our major concern is the risk of the failure of the dam. If it happens, it will not be a local environmental issue between this village and this gold mine. It will be a national disaster. It will be like half of the country will be polluted with this.
This storage basin is located a few hundred meters away from a village, Suyutlu.
The air quality in this village is unbearable. This kind of reservoir shouldn't be anywhere close to residential area.
Sifte beyin bu burnun buralı atıyor sonra beyin yatıyor. Ondan sonra kasal yemene gerek. Benim kardeşim kasat bu da ortada yaptı. Zaman şok. Düğünde birini basırmışım. Niye? Hani çocuk görmenin iniyoruz tadını.
We directly inquired with the mine about its health and environmental impact, and it claimed to comply with regulations. Yet, it has not disclosed the raw results from the water tests and health evaluations it initiated. An activist collected water samples for his organization to run independent analysis, but he got arrested and his samples were confiscated. When the residents of Suyudlu gathered to protest against the construction of a new reservoir, The demonstration was brutally repressed. More than 10 people were detained.
Söğütlü 2023 ilerisinde Azerbaycan'daki en bariz ve en dehşetli insan hukukları bozuntusu sayılırlar.
Journalist Almadin Chinghiz was there. He published a video of the faces of police officers during the protest and got arrested on the next day.
One of the police officers beat to my face, and I just, hide my face, and they keep beating, kicking. Another police officer started unwear, his shirt and unwear his trousers, and told me that I'm gonna rape you if you will not, share your password with us.
The mine is operated by a British company that shares production benefits with the Azerbaijani government. It is primarily owned by Mohammad Reza Faziri, an Iranian magnate, and John Sununu, a former Republican governor known for slowing down US climate policy in the late 80s.
This global warming crisis is just the latest surrogate for an overarching agenda of anti-growth and anti-development.
The mine's largest client is a Swiss refinery, MKS.
La Suisse est la principale plaque tournante du commerce international de l'or, donc elle raffine près de 50% de l'or mondial. Il est aujourd'hui toujours possible d'importer en Suisse de l'or qui a été produit en violation des droits humains et de l'environnement. Donc le problème du devoir de diligence des raffineries, c'est qu'il repose encore beaucoup trop souvent sur la simple demande de documents auprès de leurs fournisseurs, donc des groupes miniers, mais pas de véritable contrôle ou d'inspection, et personne ne les oblige à le faire en fait. Parce que les standards de l'industrie auxquels elles sont affiliées, ils sont incapables de les contraindre à respecter les exigences de l'OCDE.
This refinery supplies major companies in need of electronic components like Apple, Tesla, HP, or Microsoft.
All the companies who of course, all the time have very powerful declaration about human rights, about environmental issues.
Any connection between the materials used in HP products and armed violence or human rights abuses is unacceptable.
Microsoft and UBS addressed the consortium's inquiries by referring to their own corporate responsibility policies. Apple, HP, Asus, Tesla, and Samsung have not responded to our requests.
Another fact, truth about Ilham Aliyev authority, about Azerbaijan, what here happening, what's going on in Azerbaijan. And Sophie Gabriel, oops, he tweeting, and quote, "We are going to run out of food. Write it on your fridge. Read it every day." End of quote. From Roger Hallam. And here, fully text from Roger Hallam. This quote, "Our global food system is already vulnerable to extreme weather events. If strikes in several countries at the same time, there are no guarantees that our food supply chains, in which deliveries arrive just in time, quote, just in time, to minimize cost, will not experience collapses in the next decade or two." Roger Hallam. Okay. Rupert read, "Key point this: Rupert read tweeting. Key point, this, if it were to occur, would be devastating for the Britain, not just for the global south, who have been borne the brunt so far. Maybe this fact may make Britain elites, policymakers take notice this time. And he tweeting to tweet from Lori Laybourne. Laybourne tweeting. It's critically important that the pace and ethos of climate action is guided by growing evidence of the escalating risk that catastrophic tipping points could be triggered. Atlantic Ocean circulation nearing devastating tipping point. And he replying to tweet article from The Guardian. Atlantic Ocean circulation nearing devastating tipping point, study finds. This article in The Guardian. So all these facts, including New World Meteorological Organization, confirming they are accelerating. You go to 5 degrees Celsius line and the deaths, humanity, deaths. When you will wake up, when you will realize in your mind, this true. You do nothing for stop that. And when will start this tipping point trigger blockbuster, which will come very shortly after that, means very quickly after that, to avalanche effect. And starting from this point, an avalanche effect will start, and this time nearing, you close for that. You not have any opportunity, technology, any, for stop that. And you will die. Extinct. Means you will go to 5 degrees Celsius and further, of course, but you will die in 4-5 degrees Celsius, which will happen, can. And by this path, as we see, this already likely will happen before 2050 even. 4-5 degrees Celsius can happen before 2050. Because all coming to very shortly, very sort of powerfully, very quickly. And World Meteorological Organization new chief also confirmed and agreed with scientist James Hansen with saying you go to die. 4 degrees Celsius, 4-5, and you will extinct humanity. This I saying you. And science is also saying humanity physiology, human being physiology, not will able adapt to such temperature, such climate, 4.5 degrees Celsius. Means 4 and 5 degrees Celsius. What should addition happen? These officials confirming that all happening before your eyes. You already 2023 already reached 1.5 degrees Celsius, 1.48 degrees Celsius, means 1.5 already, year long. This first time in your history, first time in your history, humanity, in your history, first time you reach year long 1.5 degrees Celsius. And you will face all that, what this means. Several floods, droughts, food chain will break, wildfires, viruses, all that. including are repeatedly saying that they are additional hurricane, very powerful, and intensity of that, quantity, intensity, all over that, all of that. It's coming to apocalyptic. And very powerful and huge volcanoes, very powerful earthquake, 15, 20 magnitude, etc. It's not simply about atmosphere warming. No problem. We will go as as in resort, rest there under this sun. Good time. This not people. This death sentence to you. And we shall act. We shall act. They not you stop climate crisis because they not believe in that. They have faith to Satan. Who they? You seeing them before your eyes. They committing televised genocide, and they planning launch big war, planning kill 5 billions of you, and they will do that. And you seeing them who they before your eyes. They committing televised genocide. They will kill billions of you, no doubt. They go. They planning use climate crisis as tool in their plan kill billions of you because they thinking they are in planet Earth overpopulation. They have 3.5 billion should be no more. And they planning rule world not secretly but publicly, means they will new world order, and all that they planning do by big war, big crisis, big war as outcome of this big war. This what we shall do means you earth people and I together with you with my mission from universe unity. For that reason my mission now exists happening. This period of time in your history. For prevent a big war, we shall organize worldwide, global, one movement, one movement, worldwide, one movement worldwide, same day across world, on street and squares, us should be billions, 2-3 billion for start. If so, we will prevent any day attempt launch big war. We will replay the system which obviously all you agreed already finally. They mask drop it. Who they? What in televised genocide case? They mask Western countries, means civilization, democracy, human rights countries. All they mask drop it. Who they? And what in eastern part means in dictatorship countries, we well know for decades of years. Dictatorships mean dictatorships. They are not human beings, they are figures, okay? In Russia, in China, in North Korea, in Iran, etc. But Western countries, same. They must drop it. Who they? Not be fully. They created this system, these world rulers, give you Western countries some rights, but frame it, okay? Frame it. Level. And this level created they, decided they. This dome, all of you, Earth people on the dome, Western countries, and who they are talking about that? Who fully supported, aided ongoing genocide. This turning point, already, finally. Who they? World rulers. Who fully control the political establishment of Western countries, who are acting as robot zombie, as you're seeing. There's some resistance you're seeing, not. They're fully supporting Israel, despite the aiding, arming, all doing. Even World Court order they try deny for that reason. And it's because Rothschild and Co., who rule the world, who create Israel, who control Western countries' political establishment, because this financial system which rules the world. History, you know, I repeatedly saying that, and you already finally shall very good know history of them, who they and which system they created after World War II, as outcome of World War II, as New World Order, the world financial institutions, they main tool for rule world. World Bank, International Monetary Fund, etc. So they aim big war. For that reason, they even planning to use climate crisis as tool. They believe climate crisis not will seriously affect them, but will kill billions, will help kill billions. This is good, and they planning use that. And this not movie, this not joke. This happening. What televised genocide happening before your eyes. This no movie, this no joke. Against me, this televised form, they controlled me decades of years and terrorized, tortured me, for kill me by this system, terror and torture, for stop me. Therefore, they keep him under control each second for that reason. Because my mission, again, their system, their interest. Also televised forum, they these people, they these, not they other, they these. There is no difference between Trump and Biden. But how they rule it, America, for example. There should be this. They both genocide. Genocide Trump, genocide Biden. They both very old and very ill. All they meme about Joe Biden and about Trump even more when he was president and later. One call it Egypt president and president of Mexico, another call it Hungarian prime minister president of Turkey. Trump call it Orban as president of Turkey. Huh? You not recall? Has same thing did Trump because old and morons and ill. They hate, but Joe Biden now acting president, means president, and there you all focus it on Joe Biden. But they're same. Trump, Joe Biden, both old and both ill and both genocide, fully supporting genocide, no doubt. And why this situation can appear? Huh? November coming, American voters, how they fully, as you know, as robot zombie using you. Why you allow all that? Their party establishment fully belong to Rothschild and Co., who own Federal Reserve and now own world system, which ruled world financial system. Secretly, John Kennedy fight them and was killed, assassinated for that. Huh? And 9/11 also their job, and etc., and come to that. Well, you, because ignorance, they fooled you, they saying they lie, lying you, they are not into investigation about Kennedy assassination, about 9/11 and etc. And you thinking, and they're saying they are full investigation, that's true, and you think, yes. And this your yes agreed with blatant their lies, come to this reality. You shall choose between genocide Joe and genocide Tom. Both old and ill, both will launch big war, particularly Trump. But no doubt Joe also will do already. We already mask drop it. And what will happen in world when they will able launch big war, means world war? You think America will aside? Huh? America will come for you, voters, American people. War not will affect you. Why you won't be so be fooled, huh? And climate crisis, this reality, this is not about they will launch war or not will, you can talk, but so obvious happen. I saying you, my mission from Universe Unity for you, I saying what they on their table, on their plan, on their mind. Who they mask drop it already. And same about European Union, same about Britain, same about they Norway, they fully belong to this dome, the political establishment of Western countries. And world, not only, I talking mainly Western countries mention them repeatedly more time because developed countries, rich countries, developed countries fully belong to Rothschild and Co. Big war will kill 5 billion of you. Climate crisis will kill more than 8 billion of you. Means all of you. Choose. Choose. Why you come to this level. But not too late. Climate crisis case, what we shall do, I said, us should be on steel squares billions same day. We will repair this system which ruled the world. We will prevent the big war plan. And coming election, what will do American voters? Huh? Will choose Trump better. I know Biden better. I know Trump. When both same, there are no difference. They are not different. They are Rothschild and Co. What you see face of Trump and Joe Biden, this means Rothschild and Co. And they both truly old and ill, literally. And you see them, how they talking, how they acting. 18 years and nearly 80 years. 80 years and nearly, huh? There should be, I think, also good reason there should frame it. 60 years, huh? 65 maximum. Why not? American voters, only right choice. Boycott. Not afraid. Not think. They will, this not. If truly you will join to my call and will boycott this election, this will work. If you will won't be again fully, will go and vote to both sides or vote as uncompleted vote, if you see how this call it. This not. No go and vote. Full ignoration, full boycott, not afraid. You can't legitimize them. They both genocide. They planning big war. And they will do that, as you seen in televised genocide, which ongoing in Gaza. How they, which playbook they playing for distract you, for fool you, mislead you, any, and will do. I say, about Russian Federation, again, few words in Russian. Again, я снова обращаюсь, россиянам, поскольку день выбора приближается, да, в России. У вас один, как я назвал ее, гандон, из Путин. Я назвал ее не на пустом месте, потому что вы видите, как гандон, да, действует. Вместе с Ильхам Алиевым бункер, бригады, генералы Ильхам Алиева, бывший КГБ, сейчас называется ДТХ, у вас ФСБ, в Азербайджан ДТХ, а полис, генералы, бункеры. Они, но то, не только они, но они тоже в том числе. И high profile, говорят, да, высокие профессионалы своих сфер, которые отобраны, и они как бригады в бункере. Каждую секунду, денно-ночно действуют, чтобы держать меня под контролем и атакуют меня, применяя против меня запрещенные оружия и запрещенные это, девайсы, да, высокотехнологические девайсы, программы, такие как электронное оружие, акустическое оружие, или как Пегасус, но намного выше уровень высоких технологий, эти программы и аппараты, девайсы. Денно-ночно каждую секунду. И что они творят, вы тоже видите, можете видеть. Содом, Гоморру. Буквально. Они это делают себе, то есть Содом, Гоморру, как оргия, кто там, я уже сказал, и пытаются свое это чувство внедрить в меня, да, чтобы я, как будто это происходит со мной. Но у меня есть радар, есть я, и моя миссия. И, знаете, я всегда это говорил как доказательство, доказал, и поэтому говорю, общевселенское сообщество, моя миссия. И поэтому они решили меня контролировать already сколько десятилетий. По этой причине. Потому что моя миссия из общевселенского сообщества, которое вы называете Бог, God. Вот так. Что происходит? И почему Путин гандон, я вот сказал, Путин шеф, Ильхам Алиев. Вот здесь происходит, применяться против меня это напрямую Ильхам Алиев генерал бункера, но босс Путин, and Израиль, Моссад, сегодняшний Израиль, фашист, руководство, власть Израиля, да, помогают Ильхам Алиеву, который, предварительно получив добро от Путина, помогает вот этим высокими технологиями. Босс Путин. Но актуально Путин сама себя назвала боссом. Да? Даже имя, отчество взял из известного фильма «Бриллиантовая рука». Там у босса есть имя, фамилия. Да? Это общеизвестно. Ну, Путин такая, рекламирует себя только так. Но на самом деле, без сомнения, у меня есть факты об этом, я неоднократно раз говорил вам это и даже показывал эти документы. Да. Путин, если взять этот фильм «Бриллиантовая рука», там есть Козлодуев. Вот Путин Козлодуев. А ёбр Путина – Лёлик. Насколько очевидно, да? Путин всеядный. Как Ильхам Алиев. И их образ жизни такова. Я это доказал, подчеркивая, говорю. Всеядный означает всеядный. И мужик, и баба. Тот самый Ильхам Алиев. Вот ближайший закрытый круг Путина, кто? Берлускони был известен во всем мире своими сатанинскими оргиями. Самый близкий круг Путина. Ильхам Алиев. Самый близкий круг Путина. Принц Эндрю. Принц Эндрю знаете, да? Теперешнего короля Британии брат. Принц Эндрю. Педофил, наркоман, и баба, и мужик. Берлускони, и баба, и мужик. Это общеизвестный факт. И Рал Дугин. Кошелек Путина, кассир, вернее. Тоже и баба, и мужик. Все это закрытый круг Путина. Кто такая Путин? Я никогда слова просто не говорю. И Путина изгнали из Германии. Я это приказ читал. У меня был. Я это даже взял свой компьютер, когда они арестовали. Это исчез. Да, буквально это исчезло. Но это можно найти, я думаю, в интернете. Я попытался, но сразу видно, что там поработали, чтобы не нашлось это письмо. Рохлин, генерал, который был убит Путиным, тоже подтвердил этот приказ. Путина изгнали из Германии по несоответствии. Я смысл говорю, там буквально досконально не помню. Да, не соответствующий моральным соображениям. Вот что-то в этом роде. Другими словами, по моральным соображениям, по приказу Путина изгнали из Германии. Какие там моральные должны быть проблемы? Путин педофил. Это многие говорят. Педофил, а также и баба, и мужик. Лайфстайл. Образ жизни такого. И это так. Вот вас Гитлер, да? Ваш Гитлер дис. И атакует меня, и в прямом эфире я назвал ее гондоном, потому что все эти атаки осуществляет Ильхам Алиев, правда, но под руководством Путина. Теперь о выборах. Вы хотите, чтобы у вас Путин находился у власти? Если да, я обещаю вам, что то, что будет происходить, это обязательно произойдет. Обещаю в том смысле, что все это правда и будет происходить. А что именно? Развал России. Развал России. Когда страна развалится, вы ничего не сможете сделать. Не то, что Путин, кто бы ни был. Никакой силы, милой, никакой военной там положения, ничего не будет работать. Страна развалится. Там будет, конечно же, река крови, мрови. Мы же знаем, это гондоны, блядь. Путлер. Гитлер наших дней. Но это не остановит развал России. Вот кто такая Путин? Путлер. Но если там другой альтернатив нету, что нужно делать? Вы перед выборами. Или вы легитимируете Путина. Сейчас тут, конечно, атакуют intervention, называется. Пытаются помешать. Вот мое обращение к вам. Легитимизировать Путина, если вы решили, тогда идите голосуйте. Если вы присоединяетесь к моему призыву, тогда вы должны бойкотировать выборы. А не так идти голосовать, но в виде протеста голосовать какой-то час дня, а Путин видел, ах, смотрите, они против, но проголосовали. Проголосовали, спасибо на том. Но видите, как они протестовали. Но это глупо, настолько это глупо и идиотски, неверно. Что значит, иди голосовать на определенный час дня, и Путин поймет, что это вы голосуете, но это форма of протеста. Сам форма, протестная форма, да. Глупо. Такие вещи не работают. Путину пофиг. Вы когда придете голосовать, пофиг. А? Днем, ночью, утром. Какая разница? Вы легитимизируете Путина. Путин скажет, выборы состоялись, и Путин избранный президент. Все равно назовет себя президентом, если вы бойкотируете. Но и мир смотрит, и ваша позиция. Бойкотируйте выборы. Мой призыв – это не легитимизируйте Путина. Не давайте этому Гитлеру, который точно развалит страну, не делайте этого. Бойкотируйте выборы. Просто не идите на избирательные участки. Идите отдыхать там, своим семьей, проводите время со своей семьей и так далее. Это важно. Если это было бы не важно, я это обращение не сделал бы вам. Мое имя Чингиз, и я вместе с вами. Мы можем на самом деле создать наконец-то цивилизованное государство. Это возможно. Вместе со мной это возможно. Без меня это невозможно. Это тоже однозначно. У вас большинство шовинистов, фашистов, политики. Они думают, что по силе можно. Но когда эта сила уже вот-вот, об этом речь. Пойдут тартарары, страна развалится. Без сомнения это произойдет. Но цивилизованное государство – это государство, которое живет в мире с соседями, Украиной, другими, демократическая страна и так далее. Уважает право национальных единиц Федерации, Республики, которые примут решение покинуть Россию, выйти из состава Российской Федерации. Будет. По-любому это будет. А? Вот это шовинисты будут там негодовать. А? Что это за? Это ничего не значит. Этим народом, который решат и решили выйти из состава Российской Федерации. Вы будете негодовать или не будете негодовать? Я поместил карту России без национальных республик, которые выйдут из состава России. Огромное государство остается, нужно вот соорудить демократическую страну на оставшейся территории, которая огромная будет. Если нет, оставшуюся часть вы тоже развалите. Я сказал. Okay, it's people. About. Today, Chinghiz life, I try said what we shall do for stop this genocide, ongoing genocide in Gaza. I said what we shall do for stop climate crisis. Said you what we shall do for prevent a big war plan. All of that I said, and I say, join me, do what I said, together with me. We will succeed. Will happen, no doubt. I together with you. And my name Chinghiz.